Have you ever caught yourself explaining a simple decision for far longer than necessary? Maybe you turned down an invitation and immediately felt the need to give a detailed excuse. Maybe you chose a different career path, ended a relationship, or set a personal boundary, only to spend the next 20 minutes trying to convince everyone that your decision was reasonable. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people believe that if they explain themselves well enough, everyone will understand and approve. But psychology tells us something surprising. The more you constantly justify yourself, the more you unintentionally communicate uncertainty. Truly confident people don't feel the need to defend every decision they make. They know that not everyone has to agree with them for their choices to be valid. Think about two people declining the same invitation. The first says, "I'm really sorry. I've been so busy lately, and I promised my cousin I'd help. And honestly, I'm exhausted, so maybe another time if that's okay." The second simply smiles and says, "Thanks for inviting me, but I won't be able to make it." Both people declined politely, but which one sounds more confident? The second person isn't rude. They're simply comfortable with their decision. They don't feel the need to earn permission to protect their own time. One of the biggest reasons people over-explain is fear of rejection. Deep down, we worry that if someone disagrees with us, they'll stop liking us. So we try to eliminate every possible misunderstanding before it happens. We provide extra details, endless apologies, and long justifications, hoping everyone will approve. The problem is that approval gained this way is fragile because it's based on pleasing others instead of respecting yourself. Psychologists have found that people often associate confident communication with clarity, not length. Someone who speaks calmly and directly appears more certain than someone who constantly adds explanations, corrections, and apologies. That's because uncertainty often reveals itself through excessive talking. The more you try to convince people you're making the right decision, the more it can sound like you're trying to convince yourself. Imagine you've decided to start your own business. One person announces the decision confidently and gets to work. Another spends months explaining to family, friends, and coworkers why it's a good idea, hoping everyone will support them before taking action. By the time they finish explaining, they've often lost valuable energy that could have been spent actually building the business. Success doesn't come from convincing everyone, it comes from consistent action. Another reason people over-explain is guilt. Many of us were raised to believe that putting ourselves first is selfish. As a result, whenever we establish a boundary, we immediately feel responsible for everyone else's disappointment. But here's the truth. Someone else's emotional reaction isn't always your responsibility. You can disappoint someone without doing anything wrong. Choosing yourself doesn't automatically mean you're hurting someone else. This becomes especially important in relationships. Manipulative people often encourage over-explaining because it gives them more opportunities to challenge your decisions. Imagine saying, "I need some time alone today." A manipulative person might accept that. But if you continue talking, explaining every reason, every emotion, and every detail, they suddenly have something to argue with. They question your reasons, suggest you're overreacting, or convince you to change your mind. Sometimes the shortest answer is also the strongest one. Of course, this doesn't mean you should become cold or dismissive. Healthy communication still matters. There are times when explanations are necessary, especially with people you trust and respect. The difference is intention. Are you explaining because the relationship deserves honest communication, or because you're desperately hoping to avoid disapproval? Those are two very different motivations. Confident people also understand something most others forget. Not everyone is entitled to an explanation. Your personal goals, your boundaries, your relationships, and your life decisions belong to you. While trusted friends and family may deserve honesty, complete strangers, casual acquaintances, and overly critical people don't automatically earn unlimited access to your reasoning. Here's a simple exercise. The next time you say no to something, pause after your first sentence. Resist the urge to immediately fill the silence. Notice how uncomfortable it feels at first. That discomfort isn't proof you've done something wrong. It's proof you're breaking an old habit. Over time, that pause becomes easier, and so does your confidence. At the end of the day, confidence isn't about always being right. It's about trusting yourself enough to make decisions without constantly asking the world for permission. The less energy you spend explaining your life to everyone else, the more energy you'll have to actually live it. Protect your peace, respect your boundaries, let your actions become your explanation. If this video helped you see confidence in a new way, let us know in the comments. What's one decision you've spent too much time trying to justify? If you found value in today's lesson, leave a like, subscribe to Inspire to Be You, and join us every week for more psychology and self-improvement videos that help you master your mindset, understand people, and build unshakable confidence. See you in the next video.